Look at you, sitting there, lost in your thoughts, thinking about all the times life has let you down. You've been hurt, betrayed, and left behind. And now you sit in silence, wondering if things will ever change. Let me guess you're angry. At the world, at the people who've wronged you, and maybe even at yourself. You've cried your tears, screamed into the void, and asked, why me? But here's the hard truth you don't want to hear: life doesn't care. No one's coming to save you. No magic moment will come to erase the pain. So you sit there, clinging to your sadness, letting it pull you down like a heavy anchor. But tell me, how much longer will you stay stuck? How much longer will you let life kick you while you're down? You have two choices: stay where you are, drowning in the dark, or get up, fight back, and turn all that pain into something powerful. So let me ask you again, what are you going to do? Because the clock is ticking, and the world isn't waiting for you to decide. Let's face it, you've been playing the same story in your head for years, haven't you? The story about how unfair life has been, how nothing ever goes your way, how the people you trusted let you down. And the more you replay it, the more you believe it. It's like a movie you've seen 100 times. You know every scene, every line, every painful twist. But here's the thing: the movie isn't changing because you're still stuck in the same role. You've been cast as the victim, the one who gets knocked down, who struggles, who loses. And maybe you've gotten comfortable there. Maybe you've convinced yourself that's just who you are. But tell me this, is that really all you want to be? A victim in your own story? Because if that's the case, you might as well stop reading now. Go back to your excuses, your regrets, your what ifs. But if you're still here, then maybe, just maybe, you're ready for something more. You think the world cares about your pain? It doesn't. The world doesn't care about your tears, your heartbreak, or your failures. It doesn't care if you're tired, broken, or ready to give up. Life isn't fair, and it's never going to be. So stop waiting for fairness, for justice, for someone to step in and make things right. Stop waiting for a savior, because no one is coming. You've spent too much time blaming others for where you are. Your parents, your friends, your boss, the economy, the government. It's always someone else's fault, isn't it? But here's the truth you've been avoiding: the person responsible for your life is staring back at you in the mirror. That's right, it's you. You let the world knock you down. You let the pain consume you. You let yourself stay stuck. And until you own that, nothing will change. So let me ask you, how much longer are you going to let your excuses define you? How much longer are you going to let your past control your future? Because every second you spend feeling sorry for yourself is a second you'll never get back. Here's the truth about pain: it's not your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. Pain is there to remind you that you're alive, that you're still fighting, that you have something worth fighting for. But only if you're willing to listen to it, to learn from it, to use it. You see, pain isn't what breaks you, it's what shapes you, if you let it. The secret to overcoming pain isn't to ignore it or run from it. It's to face it head on, to grab it by the throat and say, you don't own me, I own you. Because once you stop being afraid of your pain, you take away its power. And when you take away its power, you become unstoppable. So here's what you need to do. Stop running. Stop hiding. Stop pretending you're okay when you're not. Take a good, hard look at your life and ask yourself, what am I going to do about it? Because no one else can answer that question for you. No one else can fight your battles. No one else can save you. Only you can. Imagine this: you're standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down at the chaos below. Fear grips you, telling you to turn back, to stay where it's safe. But something inside you refuses. You take a deep breath, step forward, and leap. And instead of falling, you fly. That's what happens when you take control of your life. When you stop letting fear and pain hold you back. When you stop waiting for permission to be great and decide to claim it for yourself. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be. But every step you take, every battle you fight, every fear you conquer brings you closer to the person you were always meant to be. Picture it: your anger becomes focus. Your sadness turns into resolve. Your fear sharpens into strength. You're no longer a victim, no longer a pawn in someone else's game. You're a force to be reckoned with, a storm that can't be stopped. The world tries to knock you down, but you rise higher. The pain tries to break you, but you turn it into power. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. So here's the question you need to answer. Are you going to keep letting life happen to you, or are you going to start happening to life? Are you going to stay in the shadows, or are you going to step into the light? Because the choice is yours and yours alone. The world bows to those who take control, to those who refuse to be victims, to those who rise no matter how many times they've been knocked down. So rise, fight. Take the pain, the fear, the anger, and use it. Use it to build something no one can take away from you. Use it to become someone no one can ignore. Use it to become unstoppable. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what the world gives you. It's about what you take. And if you don't fight for what you want, don't cry for what you lost. The clock is ticking. The choice is yours. So what are you waiting for? Get up, take control, and show the world who you really are. Let them see you rise. Let them see you win. Let them see that no matter what comes your way, you will never, ever be broken again.